Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Today is still Thursday, August the 1st, 2024. Thank y'all for tuning in for another episode. I really, really appreciate it. And let me see how I'm going to do this. When it comes to me, like most of y'all, I'm sure, as I look through my comment section, not just the comment section, in real life throughout my lifetime, I've had people feel the need to let me know there's something wrong with me. You probably seen them in my comment section. And I've seen them in real life. And you've seen them in your life. See, I'm not just gonna sit here, I'm not whining and complaining about it. I'm used to it. I'm going somewhere with this. As far as people have a tendency. Now, it's one thing if you ask somebody their opinion, what do you think I need to improve on? Do you see any flaws in me? Something I can do better? What do you think? That's different. I'm not talking about that. Ain't nothing wrong with constructive criticism. But there are people that makes it their business to point out your flaws, your imperfections, tell you what's wrong with you. They never tell you what's right. Never congratulate you. Never uplift you. I'm speaking from my own personal experience, but I'm adding y'all because I'm talking to y'all. But I'm talking about me. And I got on this right here from just looking through just scrolling, responding to comments, blocking some, responding to some, blocking some, removing some, And I see a common theme of people, instead of disagreeing with me, which I don't mind, they gotta point out something wrong with me. What's wrong with you, man? You an idiot. What's wrong with you? Like, I ain't gonna say all this stuff. Y'all can read, but pretty much they feel they gotta let me know something wrong with me. Throughout my life, I've had people let me know without my asking them, as if I had already know. If they wouldn't have told me, I would have never known something was wrong with me, that I wasn't perfect. For some reason, I thought I was perfect. And if it wasn't for these people telling me, I would still think I'm perfect. Can y'all relate? And everybody, cause me too, I'm guilty. At one time, I would let what people said was wrong with me affect how I felt about me. That's where I'm going with this. There was a time in my life where I wasn't as confident as I am now. I wasn't as strong as I am now. I wasn't the man that I am now. There was a time in my life where I let what other people said or thought about me affect the way I feel about myself. I had low self-esteem. In the words of Cat Williams, self-esteem. That's supposed to be how you feel about yourself, not how somebody else feel about you. But I made the mistake, like many of you do, of allowing other people's opinions, thoughts, and views about me affect how I feel about me. So therefore, for many years, I didn't like myself. I doubted myself. I thought I wasn't good enough. I wasn't tall enough. I wasn't short enough. I wasn't skinny enough. I was too fat. I was too ugly. I was black. I was this, I was that. Whatever somebody else said about me that was wrong, that's what I was. but through the grace of God and living life, being hurt so much to where I was forced to stop listening to what other people said about me. And just I chose to just believe in myself. Plus I had, through the grace of God, people that I ran across like me and how I'm doing y'all now. I ran across people like that. A guy by the name of John, for one. John, thank you. That helped me to see me for who I really was. To help me overlook the fact, not overlook. To know that I got flaws. To know that I'm not perfect, but I'm still good. I'm still not a piece of shit because I got flaws, because I'm not perfect. There's something wrong with all of us. But there are people out here, if you're not careful, will have you thinking there's only something wrong with you. Hold on. That you're the only one. There are people out here that will have you thinking everybody else got their life together, but you. And therefore, you stupid. They will point out whatever, and don't get me wrong, there is something wrong with each and every person walking on this planet. But it was meant to be that way. We weren't meant to be perfect. We're supposed to have flaws. We're not perfect. I'm quite sure you heard that before. But do you really believe it? Because if you really believe that nobody's perfect, you wouldn't I wouldn't have let nobody else's opinion dictate how I feel about myself. There's something wrong with all of us. You're not rare, whatever flaws you may have. You know your flaws. Just know this. The people that's pointing out what's wrong with you, supposedly, what they're really doing is looking in the mirror. They're not pointing out what's wrong with you. They're pointing out what's wrong with them. They're trying to take the focus off what's wrong with them and put it on you. And if you're not careful, if you don't know no better, if you don't take my words to heart, you will be living your life cowering up, worrying about what somebody else thinks about you, and won't know what the hell you think about yourself. However you feel that day will be determined on how other people feel. If somebody tells you that you're beautiful, you might believe them, depending on how long you've been beat down, how long you've been believing that you're ugly. Because there's some people that you can tell them they're beautiful, or that you're handsome, you're a good looking dude, or you're a beautiful woman, and they don't believe you. Because they've been beat down for so long, for so many years, by so many people, to where even if you tell them they're beautiful, or you tell them you're handsome, they don't believe you. So before you get to that point, I'm trying to catch you before you get there. Nobody else's opinion matters about you. Well, let me put it this way. I ain't gonna say it don't matter. We human. Nobody else's opinion should matter to you about you more than your opinion of you. Your opinion of you should mean more than my opinion, his opinion, her opinion, your mama opinion. Because you got some folk who mama call them stupid. You got some folk who parents call them, you ain't gonna never amount to nothing. You ain't gonna never be nothing. You ain't gonna, their own parents. Hold on, y'all. My bad, y'all. I had to move the truck again. So, you may be in a position right now, say for instance, your finances aren't right. Your credit bad. check to check. And that you got people out here, if you listen to them, they'll have you believing that's going on because there's something wrong with you. And a lot of times, it could be something that you're doing wrong. But nowadays, it's a good possibility that you just a victim of the time. I ain't not victim, take that back. You caught up in what the majority of people are caught up in right now. A dead economy, hard times, inflation, you know what's going on. But certain people will have you thinking something wrong with you. You may have yourself thinking, damn, 'cause people email me all the time, telling me how stupid they feel, how crazy they feel, like they feel like something wrong with them because they ain't got their money right. They don't have a home. They 55, don't own a home. They don't have the $10,000 I was talking about having in the bank. They ain't got that. They feel like something wrong with them. And I'm like, no, that don't mean nothing wrong with you. You're human. Always factor in the human equation. And also remember, a lot of times, the last person we need to trust is our thinking. A lot of times, the last person we should believe, sad to say for some of us, sometimes the worst person to listen to is yourself. Sometimes the worst person to listen to is yourself. That's why it really is beneficial. It really pays to have somebody in your life. And I know most people ain't got that. That's why you got to become that for yourself. Somebody positive in your life. And for those of us who don't have that person, you got to be that person. You got to start telling yourself positive things about yourself. You are not a loser. You're not a failure. You just don't have all the answers. That don't make you a failure. That don't make you stupid. That don't mean something more wrong with you than anybody else. We all got something wrong with us. Some of y'all might walk with a limp. Some of y'all stutter. Some of y'all lost your hair. So forth and so on. But just know this. There's something wrong with everybody, baby. Something wrong with all of us. So to y'all that's feeling the need to let me know, because I don't know who do y'all think y'all talking to, first of all? What you think you telling me that I don't already know? And that I haven't already accepted? Big War, you talk funny. Big War, you talk country. Big War, you got a big head. And I'm supposed to, what? Shrink my head, try to let the air out of the water out my head? What I'm supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Because you think I'm an idiot. So, but I appreciate y'all's support. I appreciate you letting me know something I didn't know, that I got a big head. Sometimes I have thought like an idiot. Sometimes I have said stuff that sounds like an idiot. What y'all fail to realize, and what I'm trying to tell my people, whether right or wrong, good or bad or indifferent, I love myself. I accept myself with my flaws and the good shit. They all make up me, and I love me. You have flaws, which most people like to just only point out your flaws. You must know and understand You have more good about you than you do. I don't care who it is. Everybody got more good about them than bad. Everybody. Some people make it their business to only see the bad in you. And if you ain't careful, you'll believe them and think that there's only bad in you as well. When you start feeling that way, holler at Big Water Genius on YouTube. Like, comment, and subscribe. Get it, got it, good. Bye.